Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the glorious Republic of Swordland, where we're still doing an idealistic run, I think, but this time more pragmatic. Last time we went idealist, however, we we kept our promises to the people. We did exactly what we said we were going to do. However, our promises to other people, to specific people, we kind of burned a few too many bridges there, and that landed us in jail. So let's try to avoid that this time, shall we? Where are we? The fuck is up with Groot? Approval of Swordish democracy. Well, thank you. Thank you for making me pan all the way to the world map for some reason. Well, I say world map, region map. Sure, let's invest in mega infrastructure. Why the fuck not? Ministry of Economy has put forward two bold plans for mega infrastructure projects that would help with the economic recession in the long term. Investing in projects this scale will take up some portion of our budget, but it could prove worthwhile if accomplished successfully. Of course, we're gonna invest in the infrastructure. Tourism potential, that's nice. Declining energy production, less nice. Okay. Party committee report, reform committee, any potential change to the constitution in the direction of reformists will likely result in strong opposition. Yeah, I don't fucking care about the National Front Party, they can rot in hell. SID joins HSU fire investigation. Section 1 of this bill stipulates significant change in the methodology of public funds allocation to political parties. New measure replaces the previous system based on the number of votes won in the general election with a system reliant on the proportion of seats secured by political party. Okay. Yeah. Let's veto it. I'm still going. I promise democracy. This is gonna bite me in the ass again, isn't it? I mean, it was democracy. It passed to the assembly. Fuck's sake. No, I empower the minority parties. I'm gonna get killed again. The view towards the Markian Sea from Latchhaven was nothing short of exquisite. The seaside state residence, fittingly named the Blue Mansion, was large, fine, and accommodating. But enjoying the luxurious mansion wasn't the main reason of our visit. We gathered the economic team here to discuss the new infrastructure investment project. Half an hour had already passed since the start of the meeting. Unfortunately, I did not have the chance to have my usual afternoon coffee, so I'm still asleep. Looking at the view from the windows, I let my mind drift for a couple of seconds. Simon's voice brought me back into the ongoing discussion. Mr. President, we need to focus on boosting the economy as quickly as possible. One of the fastest ways to achieve this is through infrastructure projects. What can we focus on? On the one hand, businessmen are complaining about the slow logistical rail network between Holsword and Latchhaven. Leia started talking as soon as Simon took a breath. On the other hand, citizens are criticizing the lack of a proper highway connection between Latchhaven and Arvory. The narrow roads by the seaside are not only dangerous but also difficult to traverse. Uh, yeah, the citizens and their demands matter the most. Their demands are just. The dire situation in the road infrastructure between Latchhaven and Arvory can't be neglected. But the return on investment will be low. Our concern should be economic growth. Now, I'm going with the people on this one and profit on the next one, I think. It's not business people who are suffering now, but ordinary folk. What really matters is that our first economic act accomplishes something tangible. I'm definitely not going with the public owned company anymore, because that went poorly last time. Even though, deep in my heart, it should be the publicly owned company. We must prove our capabilities. The people must know this demonstration against you is done. Uh, I hate both options actually. Yeah, we must improve the economy of the nation and bring it out of recession. To that point, I define two important projects in our attention: the H3 Highway Project and the L1 High Speed Railway Project. I mean, train good, car bad, but if the roads are as bad as Leia says, uh, we we should go for we are going for the roads. The ministry can only support one project at a time with our current capacity and budget. Let's move on to the details of each. So, which one do you want to hear about first? The highway project. H3 project aims to improve the abysmal state of the road network in the Angland region bordering Agnolia. The area is home to several million Agno Sordish and Sordish citizens who currently feel neglected. There are no proper highway connections to and from Angland. The mayor of Avery, Eric Neal, has been asking for a bigger budget to develop the regional infrastructure. He told us that even trucks are having a hard time traveling through the main roads. The increased traffic is causing trouble for people commuting in and out of this region. No, we're not gonna say it's because he's a party member. Um, that must be cumbersome for the citizens. It is, bless their souls. I'm happy we're thinking alike on the matter. Let's take a more detailed look at the upgrade proposal. Elias was pointing at Latchhaven. The H3 route starts here in Latchhaven, and then it leads to Lenkberg. From there, it goes all the way to Arveray. No connection to Agnolia. As a result, the road network towards Agnolian capital, Stalport, will also improve sustainability, but also improve substantially. She paused and leaned forward in her chair. As mayor, I saw the central government continuously neglect our country's Agno-Sordish dominated regions. This administration going to continue that kind of negligence? Um, Agno-Sordish citizens should be respected as swords, like all of us. Yes, there should be no preference or separation among Sordish citizens, meaning we should think about what's best for the country overall. It has to be pointed out that the highway would be less beneficial in the short term. I have to disagree. It will increase the speed of transportation throughout the region. Our citizens will be quite pleased if we successfully accomplish this. Besides, if we enter trade talks with Agnolia, they will see the investment as a positive sign. Yes, I have settled on the decision. Uh, uh, there, there's pretty much nothing that would make me choose the railway over this. If the roads are in that poor of a state, that takes priority. Excellent. What will your final choice be, Mr. President? I've decided on the H3 Highway project to improve the infrastructure in our poorer regions. Thank God, I needed to see reason. The negotiations will begin in the middle of this year. You'll be able to award the contract to a corporation of your choice. The ministry estimates that construction will be completed in 2 years if every step going forward is executed successfully. And if I choose a publicly owned one, it won't be. For fuck's sake. Thank you all for your contribution and thoughts. Have a good day. See you soon, Mr. Reid. Have a nice day, Mr. President. Evening sun along the beautiful coastline of Nighthaven. Okay, under construction. Hopefully, that'll go well. Personal investment opportunity has been relayed by Mr. Menger, an experienced stockbroker in Ventry City. Acacia is selling valuable shares of Armadine Industries, an up-and-coming electronics manufacturing company. We could invest or let the opportunity pass. I mean, we are poor as fuck, but nope. We that can be used against us, and we can end up in prison again. Inaugural ball. I just finished buttoning up my suit jacket when the doorbell rang. The presidential guard had arrived to pick us up for the inaugural ball. The ball was a 3-decade-old tradition breathlessly anticipated by politicians, bureaucrats, and the press. All eyes were about to be on me. I called on Monica to get the children ready. Looking in the mirror, I straightened my tie and took a deep breath. After tonight, there would be no turning back. Suddenly, Diana hugged me from behind, startled me a little. Monica had fixed her hair into an elaborate braid woven through with ribbons. Papa, Mama told me it's time to go. Yes, darling, Hello, darling, I'm ready. Where is your brother? I think Frank is still upstairs. She shrugged. It was almost time to leave. The big ball was starting in less than an hour. Now, where's my first lady? Monica came down the stairs. She was wearing a simple yet elegant beige sheath dress and short heels. Her hair had been neatly pinned into a chignon, I have no idea what the fuck that is, showing off the pearl earrings I had given her for her 15th anniversary. All those years she had stayed by my side, now we were about to begin the most challenging chapter in our lives yet. How do you do, Mr. President? Kiss her hand. Let's be fancy. She extended a gloved hand and I raised it to my lips. Now where the hell is Frank? Monica, my love, you look as gorgeous as the day we married. There's that charm that got you elected. Frank trudged down the stairs. This thing itches. Frank tugged at the collar of his new tuxedo. He seemed ill at ease. I'm glad to have you with us too, for this big night. Let's give Frank some positive reinforcement. Hope he doesn't fuck up this time. Sure, Dad. Just dying to go. Papa, are these people going to be around us from now on? She pointed to the presidential guard at the door of the house. These people are our friends. They're not necessarily our friends. These people are our friends, Diana. Not really. These people are our friends, Diana. It's alright, baby. They're here to make sure nothing bad happens to your papa or his family. Monica held Diana's hand. Together, flanked by the guards, we walked out the door. Halfway to the car, Frank stopped abruptly and turned towards me. Dad, do I really have to do it? Could I stay home instead? I'm sure there'll be plenty of girls to dance with. I'm nervous myself, Frank, but I feel a lot more confident with my son by my side. Frank smiled reluctantly. Well, when you put it like that, sure, let's go. The presidential guard showed us the way as red and blue lights flashed around us. Serge, my driver, ushered us into the armored limousine. The motorcade started moving toward the palace. I gazed out the window deep in thought. Anton, what are you thinking about? I was thinking we've come a long way together, haven't we? Yes, we have. And there's still so much that we'll accomplish side by side. Just remember, no matter what happens, the children and I will always be here for you. I'm going to help Papa fix everything. Sure you are. Hopefully. And not get myself killed. Uh, I know you will, honey. Frank rolled his eyes. This means a great deal to me. After what seems like just a few minutes, the convoy slowed to a halt. Serge rolled down the limousine's soundproof partition. We're here, sir. Hope you enjoyed the drive. Much appreciated. How are you today? I'm just as good as I can be, but today is your day, sir. I'm glad you are in charge now. You know, my entire family voted for you. Thank you and your family, Serge. I'm here with all your support. No reason to thank me, sir. You are the one who sparked a glimmer of hope in us all. Serge opened the door for me. The normally imposing palace was festooned with garnished banners, and that nearly made it look cheerful. A line of shiny luxury sedans stretched around it. Politicians, bureaucrats, and celebrities, the creme de la creme of Sorlin elite, streamed inside the building. Good luck out there, Mr. President. I'll see you on the trip home. I stepped out and immediately found myself surrounded by loud voices and camera flashes. Hordes of eager journalists thrust their portable microphones my way. My guards fended most of them off, but one woman managed to dodge them and corner me. I recognized the Swordfish Broadcasting Company logo on her press lanyard. Mr. President, do you plan on working together with the opposition parties on the expected constitutional reforms? If the opposition is willing to support us? Mr. Richter clarified that as long as you hold your promises of democratization, they will support you on these issues to the end. What do you think about this statement? I welcome it. This is a challenge for us all. One more question. One of your first acts as president was to veto a campaign finance law that would have deprived small parties of public funds while increasing those channeled to your own. Are we seeing the beginning of a more egalitarian administration? Absolutely. Whether the bill is proposed by my own party or not, I wouldn't use my veto on it if it goes against the interests of our democracy. That's enough, man, said one of the guards while nudging the reporter away from me. A path through the crowd was now open, and we quickly made our way to the entrance of the palace. At the same time, a dozen fireworks went off. The entrance was decorated with beautiful ribbons and Sorlin's colors of white, yellow, and maroon. A lush maroon carpet had been rolled down the stairs. We entered the lobby and joined the throngs of people making their way toward the ballroom. As I navigate through the crowd, a familiar figure strapped into my path was Bernard Circus, the acclaimed poet and now member of parliament. His face bore a look of subtle defiance. Congratulations, President Rain. Remarkable achievement indeed. A long time, Comrade Circus. I appreciate your congratulations, but from one former Red Youth member to another, we both know our work has just begun. Sure, let's go with that one. We both know our work has just begun. So yes, Mr. President, once a Red Youth, always a Red Youth. I can't help but wonder how the winds of change will blow in our Storland now that you've taken the helm. Perhaps now is the time for our long-nurtured dream of revolution will finally become a reality. I might be onto something. Let's hope it's a peaceful one for both the sake of Swordland and its new president. Mustn't forget, to ride towards the sun is to invite flame, yet only through fiery peril can true glory be found. The light of it blinds us all. That is the weight of your new role. I've taken up enough of your time, President Rain. This is your night, after all. Your family, friends, and country await. You certainly have a way with words, Mr. Circus. I see why they gave you the Volpitzer Award. Until we meet again. As I watched Bernard Circus blend back into the crowd, his words echoed in my mind. Were they mere poetic expressions or a reflection of the real socialist sentiments stirring within the community? Behind me, I heard a familiar voice. There they are, the most beautiful family in Swordland. Uncle Peter! Hi, Uncle Peter, it's great to see you. You two are growing faster than I'm getting wiser. You sure you gotten any wiser? Maybe not. After all, I'm still sticking with you. Happy to see a familiar face, Peter. Evelyn? Peter's wife, Evelyn, approached us and shook our hands with a firmness that belied her delicate features. Poor woman. Congratulations, Anton. I have to say the results were clear to me from the beginning. I wish I was as sure as you. There's a woman behind every successful man. Yeah, let's pamper up our wife. What a gentleman. Monica smiled at me. Monica, how are you? You've barely said a word. I'm more than relieved to have this roller coaster ride over with, but of course now the real work begins. Ah yes, managing the help, planning parties, daily trips to the salon to look your best for foreign dignitaries. Be so old-fashioned, Evelyn. I plan to use my power as First Lady to advance the position of women throughout Scotland. Equal rights for our sex are long overdue, wouldn't you say, Anton? Never content to be just a pretty face. No, definitely not. Absolutely, we work together to achieve that. Monica flashed me a smile. Diana suddenly jumped in between us and tugged at my sleeve. Papa, can we go? I want to see the ballroom. Of course, darling. Let's not delay any longer. Move to the ballroom. We left the lobby and made our way towards the ballroom. Inside we were yet again surrounded by a noisy crowd, but this time it was the politicians who sought to appease the new authority in Swordland. I spent the next few hours shaking hands, joining various conversations, some serious, some superficial, and making speeches. We finally settled down at our dinner table with the veterans as the band started playing some slow jazz tunes. That was tiring. I have to get used to it. Well, suddenly a loud banging noise echoed from outside the ballroom, then another one, and another. The musicians stopped playing, everyone in the room was looking around in confusion. Peter and I turned towards each other, realization dawning on both our faces. Fireworks? No, gunshots. As soon as Monica heard the word, she lunged from her seat. Shield Monica, kids. Sure, I threw myself on Monica, Tina, and Frank to shield them. Papa, what's happening? I knew it. We never should have gone. Chaos broke out as some guests flung themselves under their tables and others ran toward the door, screaming. Diana burst into tears while Frank tried to comfort her, hiding the fear in his own eyes. 3 more gunshots rang out loudly. Mr. President, are you alright? Carl Greiser, head of the Swordfish police force, was running towards us with 3 more police officers in decorated uniforms. They all had their guns drawn. As soon as he made it to us and saw that we were unharmed, he let out a big sigh of relief. Thank God. Check the perimeter. Turn around quickly to his men. Check the perimeter, now. Paul Jensen, follow my lead. We will bring them to the safe room. He now turned to Monica, Evelyn, and the children and spoke in a softer voice. Not worried, the situation is now under control. Please follow me. We promptly followed Carl through the winding halls and corridors to the palace. His men still had their guns drawn, which did nothing to ease the tension. On the way, Peter made an attempt to break the silence. What a fucking night. Shut the fuck up. Can you shut your mouth for a bit? Carl turned to us with a serious face as we were about to round the corner. Quiet, please. Sorry, I talk when I get nervous. Better shut up. Carl flipped a switch on the wall and a panel opened, revealing a hidden staircase leading to a large reinforced door. Inside, a set of emergency lights flickered on. The safe room was comfortable and spacious, with expensive-looking leather sofas. Small security monitors on the wall displayed grainy footage of each room in the palace. There was a boardroom and a pantry containing enough provisions to last us months. Monica and Evelyn sat the children down and started wiping their tears. Carl stepped away from us and made a few radio calls. When he was done, he returned to me and Peter. Do I have clowns for a security force? What's the status? Carl's radio suddenly cracked to life. Every second felt like an eternity as he pressed his ear to the receiver. When it fell silent, he turned to us. Goodness, we're not in any danger at the moment. The situation has been dealt with, and the perimeter has been secured by the guards and the police. Glanced toward Monica and the kids. If I may, sir. He gestured towards a more private corner of the room and started speaking more quietly. This is what we know so far. We have confirmed that 2 people were gunned down in front of the palace. The attacker is one of them, and we have reason to believe he was working alone. He fired 3 shots at an MP, 1 to the head, 2 to the body, instantly killing him. Presidential guards at the palace immediately shot and killed the attacker. He has not been identified yet and will require an investigation. The MP that was killed was identified as Bernard Circus. Damn! I genuinely forgot who was killed, so I will be surprised by some things, because I don't perfectly remember everything that happened in the last game. Damn, not Bernard! This is Jews, Anton. This will cause a lot of problems. A lot of problems. Barry pulled out 2 cigarettes and handed me one. He then turned to Evelyn. I could hear him trying to reassure her. Everything was going to be alright. Monica was trying to tend to Diana and Frank. Diana as Frank paced the room, mumbling that he should have stayed home. Just comfort Monica and I sat down beside my wife and children. We are safe. I'll make sure everything is going to be fine. We can't be sure of anything anymore, Anton. I lit my cigarette and took a deep drag. I was going to see this through and keep my family safe, at all costs. I crushed the cigarette on the ashtray. And that was one hell of an inaugural ball. But that is it for this episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. As always, I have been Pope. Please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.